what humans call Overkill, an HFY short store. The enemy fleet shimmered into existence, an endless armada of steel leviathans blotting out the distant stars. Commanders of the Galactic Concordance gasped as their tactical readouts attempted, and failed, to accurately count the enemy ships. Estimates suggest Admiral Vrez of the Talarian species hesitated, his chitinous exoskeleton twitching nervously. Over 1 million vessels, more than our entire fleet can manage. Around the circular war table, representatives from every major species of the Concordance whispered in panic. Every species except one. The human ambassador, Captain Lisa Quinn, was leaned back in her chair, one boot propped casually on the table. She was eating a small, triangular snack called chips from a noisy bag, the sound of crunching unusually loud in the otherwise tense chamber. "Problem?" she asked, her tone as unconcerned as if someone had spilled a drink. Vrez snapped his mandibles in irritation. "Problem? The Zoltrax fleet is here to annihilate us. Our combined forces are outnumbered at least 5-1. Lisa raised an eyebrow. "So? We got it handled." The room erupted in disbelief. "Handled," barked Representative Ithan of the Naker, a gelatinous being whose body shifted colors to match its distress. "The Zoltrax wiped out the Solari in a single campaign. They crushed the Queldron Alliance in weeks. And you think this apocalyptic swarm is handled?" Lisa tossed another chip into her mouth, crunching thoughtfully. "Yeah." Admiral Vrez's mandibles clacked again. "What could possibly make you think?" "Because," Lisa interrupted, her tone as casual as ever, "you're assuming we fight fair." The room fell silent, save for the crinkle of Lisa's snack bag. "What do you mean by fair?" asked Ethan cautiously. Lisa leaned forward, her grin predatory. "Let me put it this way. Humanity doesn't do half measures. We don't build weapons to win. We build weapons to ensure there's nothing left to fight back. You're about to see what humans call overkill." Before anyone could respond, the chamber's communication console lit up. "Human Fleet Command," came a calm, measured voice. "This is Admiral Connors. The package is ready." Lisa's grin widened. "Perfect. Drop it." From the bridge of the UNS Retribution, Admiral Connors watched the Zoltrax armada advance. They were enormous, relentless, a wall of death marching toward the combined Concordance fleet. Behind him, his tactical officer spoke nervously. "Admiral, the Concordance ships are in formation, but are we sure about this? The fleet is—" Connors cut him off. "Lieutenant, do you know why we call it the solution?" The officer swallowed. "Because it solves any problem?" Connors smirked. "Exactly. Let the Zoltrax come. In about 5 minutes, they'll wish they hadn't." On his command, the Retribution deployed its payload, a sleek, black sphere the size of a small moon. It drifted lazily into the void, almost unassuming in its simplicity. And then it activated. The sphere emitted a low hum, barely perceptible, followed by an expanding wave of light that rippled outward in a perfect sphere. Where the wave passed, Zoltrax ships stopped moving. Engines failed, shields collapsed, weapon systems sputtered into silence. What is that?" gasped Admiral Vrez, watching the carnage unfold from the Concordance flagship. Lisa popped another chip into her mouth. "We call it an EMPG. Electromagnetic Pulse Generator. Knocks out anything with tech. There's not ours." The Zoltrax fleet, once an unstoppable force, was now an endless graveyard of drifting hulks. "But there are survivors," Ithan pointed out. "Their life support systems might sustain them." Lisa shrugged. "That's what the second phase is for." As the Concordance watched in stunned silence, the Retribution deployed its secondary payload. Millions of tiny drones, no larger than a fist, each programmed to seek and eliminate biological life. They swarmed like a metallic storm, infiltrating the powerless Zoltrax ships with ruthless efficiency. Within hours, the enemy fleet was no more. Lisa stood, brushing crumbs off her uniform. "Well, that's that. Drinks on me back at the station?" Vrez stared at her, his mandibles slack. "You wiped out an entire species." Lisa gave him a long, steady look. "They started it." Ithan's gelatinous form pulsed with uncertainty. "But wasn't that excessive?" Lisa smirked. "That's what humans call overkill. And that's why we win." She turned and walked out, leaving the room in stunned silence. In the void, the Concordance ships began to turn back toward friendly space. Behind them, the Zoltrax armada was nothing but debris.